News, iconic actor Val Kilmer passed away yesterday. Prospector show here on Rock 107. Kate, his daughter Mercedes told the New York Times that he died of pneumonia. He was 65 years old.
Val started out as a stage actor in the early 80s and then became a star in Hollywood after landing early roles in comedies.
Like Top Secret and Real Genius.
Followed by Top Gun, where he played Iceman.
You can be my wingman anytime. You can be mine.
My opinion, he peaked in Real Genius. Cheesy 80s comedy that he just stole that entire movie.
He got even bigger in the 90s playing Jim Morrison in The Doors.
And there's a movie I was all prepared to hate. I walked into that thinking this is going to be terrible. It's going to be a crap fest. He was good at it, and he actually did the singing in the movie, too.
Yeah, you know the day destroy the night. Night divide the day. Try to run, try to hide. Bring on two to the other.
So that's a scene where they're rehearsing it, and it eventually
that's
comes
so impressive. I honest to God did not know he was even in that. I'm so sorry. And he played Batman in Batman Forever. And there are plenty of people who would say that Val is their favorite Batman.
Yeah, those people are wrong, but that's fine. Fittingly, his final role playing Iceman again in Top Gun Maverick back in 2022.
In 2014, Val was diagnosed with throat cancer. He had a procedure on his trachea that damaged his vocal cords to the point where he had extreme difficulty speaking and had to use an electronic voice box.
No, he beat it, and he was cancer-free for years, but unfortunately, he was also forced to deal with ongoing medical treatments throughout his later years.
Val is survived by his two adult children, Mercedes and Jack, who he had his ex-wife, actress Joanne Wally?
Sure, had with.
Sorry. Had with?
Val Kilmer passed away. He was 65.
Breaking the news that's already broken. It's time for Prospector's Briefs on Rock 107.
Scientists unearthed the buried city in Egypt. They're asking for money to finish the excavation, but I think it's a pyramid scheme. Today is National Walking Day, or as most Americans know it, Wednesday. The NFL owners are talking about having an 18-game season. The Kansas City Chiefs want to first see if that works with Taylor Swift's schedule.
Prospector ruins everything, even the news. Tune in tomorrow for Prospector's Briefs on Rock 107. Life's pretty tough right now. There's plenty of bad news, but it's not all bad. It's time for the brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107.
A miniature wiener dog in Australia has somehow survived 16 months in the wild. She ran off while her owners were camping on Kangaroo Island in November of 2023. They figured there was no way she had survived, but wildlife officials spotted her last month and said she was looking really healthy. They're still trying to catch her, but hope she'll be headed home soon.
Thanks. We needed that. The brighter side of Prospector on Rock 107.
It's Prospector Show on Rock 107, and it's important for us to understand each other a little bit better, Kate.
We can take steps towards doing that if we spend a little time in each other's heads.
And now it's time for another episode of 1 Minute Inside a Woman's Head.
So baseball is back. Again. He will park himself in front of the TV and watch every damn Yankees game if I let him. It's fine once in a while, but there are like 160-some games. Come on, that's too many. Though some of the players are cute. I don't mind seeing some of them in those pants. But he's going to insist on watching and be asleep on the couch by the fourth quarter, or whatever they call it in baseball. It's different at the game. There's a ton of people, the crowd is usually excited, and I can get a hot dog and a beer. Hey, I should get a hot dog and a beer. Should I see if he wants some? Nah, let him sleep. At least that way he won't be making any batter-up jokes.
And that was another episode of 1 Minute Inside a Woman's Head.
So if you hear that and you're thinking, well, there it is. What's up with Prospector and Kate? Why are they ripping on the women?
Don't you worry. We'll make fun of the men after the break on Rock 107.
It's Prospector Show on Rock 107. And Kate, before the commercials, we did something I found enlightening, I guess.
Spent a minute inside a woman's head.
Now it's time for the male perspective.
But a man's attention span is so much shorter.
And now it's time for another episode of A Few Seconds Inside a Man's Head.
Baseball's back, baby. Yankees are going all the way this year. 162 chances to watch America's pastime and, well, pass out in front of the TV.
And that was another episode of A few seconds inside a man's head.
Ladies and gentlemen, grab the kids, call your neighbors, and gather around the radio.
It's now time to announce the winner of Prospector's Yam Bag of the Day, as decided by you at rock107.com.
We uncover the most baffling, ridiculous, pathetic, cockeyed, laughable, preposterous blunders in the world of misdeeds. Nominee number 1.
It can affect gas mileage when your tires aren't properly inflated. No big deal. You just top them off when you get a chance. 2 idiots in Nashville got arrested on Friday after they stopped to put air in their tires during a high-speed chase. Cops noticed the license plate was obscured and tried to pull them over, but the guy driving didn't stop and sped off, and apparently thought he outran them and didn't realize a police helicopter was also following them. They saw him putting air in his tires after pulling into a gas station. Cops showed up and arrested them both. They didn't share info on the passenger, but the driver is named Jonathan Chapa, and he's not just in trouble for running. Officers smelled weed and found a large bag of pot in the center console. They also found a backpack with more pot, plastic baggies, and digital scales. The driver admitted the weed was his and also said he was driving on a suspended license. No word on the exact charges they're facing.
Nominee number 2.
You're not supposed to put all waste in recycling bins, and that includes human waste. Ugh. A man in Portland, Oregon, says that someone keeps leaving gallons of urine inside his recycling bin. He showed the local news 8 large water bottles and juice jugs that are filled with the yellowish liquid. He says it's been happening for 6 months, and he noticed because the recycling service refused to take them because urine is a biohazard. The guy quit putting his recycling bin out, which did stop the yellow deposits, but then they started showing up in a neighbor's bin. There's surveillance footage of a man leaving bottles filled in the bins. He drives up in a car, places the bottles in the bins, and drives off, but it's too grainy to make out who it is or the vehicle's license plate. The guy has filed a police report, but they haven't come up with any answers yet.
And the winner is...
the guy who stopped to put air in his tires during a high-speed chase. You are the Yam Bag of the Day, and we'll move on to Friday's Yam Bag of the Week competition. Keep it here for all the nominees for Prospector's Yam Bag of the Day, weekday mornings on Rock 107.